You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrans for our Black and White Sports 2. Well, let's talk about Jon Gruden, because supposedly we've finally got the answer to the question of who the F leaked Jon Gruden emails that led to his firing with the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, I know they call it a resignation, but let's be real. Mark Davis's hand was forced by the cancel culture society that we're in on ancient-ass emails involving Jon Gruden and Bruce Allen. Well, we can thank Dan Snyder and the Washington Commanders / football team / Redskins, and they'll always be the Redskins to me, that leaked these emails. Why did this happen? Supposedly to try to get Bruce Allen in a bind. But who knows? Really, I'm shocked the NFL wasn't behind this. NFL counsel said Jon Gruden emails were leaked by Commanders. Allen told committee. Okay, Bruce Allen was told by the NFL, by the way, that they came from the Commanders. The leaked emails, and this is SI, the leaked emails that led to the resignation of former Raiders coach Jon Gruden were leaked by Dan Snyder and the Commanders. Let me clean this up. The forced resignation of former Raiders coach Jon Gruden were leaked by Dan Snyder and the Commanders, according to a report issued by the U.S. House of Representatives Committee on Oversight and Reform on Thursday. Former team president Bruce Allen testified that an NFL executive told him Snyder's representatives leaked Gruden's emails, which contain misogynistic and anti-LGBTQ language, last year, eventually leading to his resignation from the Raiders. Quote, by June 2021, Mr. Snyder went one step further. He identified for the NFL's specific inappropriate Bruce Allen emails to bolster the claims that Mr. Allen was to blame for the toxic workplace culture. Okay, so what they're saying is this whole time he's tried to blame a lot of this off on Bruce Allen that's went on in the workplace at the Commanders / football team / Redskins. And he used these emails between Allen and Gruden to try to show off that toxic workplace. Okay, it's running an NFL team, for Christ's sakes. Quote, public reports indicate that although the NFL found Mr. Allen's emails troubling, it determined they were outside the scope if the original probe was into the Washington football team. So the NFL decided they weren't even going to follow up on those. Approximately 4 months later, in October 2021, Mr. Allen learned that many of the inappropriate emails obtained by Mr. Snyder from his Commander's email account had been leaked to the Wall Street Journal. According to Mr. Allen, when he called the NFL's counsel, Lisa Friel, to complain, she indicated that the Commanders were responsible for the leak. So he thought they came from the NFL, so he called them, and they said no. They came from the Commanders, stating, we didn't do it at the league office. It came out of their side. Wow. I don't know that I fully buy that, but okay. The emails between Gruden and Allen, of course, were those that were subjective to scrutiny that ultimately led to Gruden's resignation. John Brownlee and Stuart Nash, the Commanders' counsel, furnished a statement to SI on Thursday, which said in part these congressional investigators demonstrated almost immediately they were not interested in the truth and were only interested in chasing headlines by pursuing one side of the story. Today's report is predictable culmination of that one-sided approach. Today's report does not advance public knowledge of the Washington Commanders' workplace in any way. The team is proud of the progress it has made in recent years in establishing a welcoming and inclusive workplace, and it looks forward to future success both on and off the field. The report from the U.S. House of Representatives on Thursday was extensive, covering in detail how the Washington franchise under Snyder covered up decades of misconduct within the organization and obstructed probes into that misconduct. That report also detailed how the NFL buried the investigation led by Beth Wilkinson into the franchise. Wow. Yeah, I mean, we still can't discount the NFL in this because supposedly they had a hand in hiding all this or trying to. squash it. Interesting. They didn't try to squash the Jon Gruden emails, but they did come out and tell Allen that they decided they weren't even going to investigate Jon Gruden. And maybe that's why Snyder sent them to the Wall Street Journal. That sort of makes sense now. Okay, the NFL's not going to go after Gruden or Bruce Allen. Let me send them to the Journal and see what happens. And this will show everybody, oh my God, look at what Bruce Allen was saying. Told you he was the problem. I don't know. I don't know. Can I see Dan Snyder and the Commanders leaking the emails? Absolutely. Absolutely I can. Can I buy the fact that the NFL had no responsibility in this whatsoever in getting Gruden out? No, I can't buy that either. Okay. So I think we've got a situation where two things can be true. All right. Again, the NFL tried to hide, at least according to the House of Representatives, had a hand in trying to hide some of these wrongdoings that was going on with Washington and trying to cover their butt. Remember, Roger Goodell and the NFL is also getting sued by the House of the District Attorney, right? Attorney General of D.C. So it's an absolute mess. All of that said, my God, let Jon Gruden back in the NFL, for crying out loud. I mean, these emails were ancient, and he wasn't even working in the NFL. He was working for ESPN. It was Bruce Allen that worked for the NFL. I don't know. I've said before, and I've done a couple of videos, I feel like Gruden will end up back in coaching, but I think it will at least bare minimum start at the collegiate level. And, you know, there's been rumors of him and the University of South Florida already. Some people down there got their eye on Gruden. LSU had their eye on Gruden before Brian Kelly. A lot of LSU fans really wanted Jon. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.